welcome to This is Private Practice for Monday, the 9th of October 2017. And yes, I did have to check my calendar at the bottom of my screen to make sure I knew what the date was, because pretty much all of last week I was a day ahead of myself, which is hilarious because most of the Americans I work with already feel like I'm a day ahead of them anyway. And here's cheers to a brand new week. How was your weekend? Did you take some time off to replenish? Did you do things that were good for your soul? Did you have to do any work? Did you choose to do any work? A little bit. Nowhere near as much as I thought I was going to. To be perfectly frank, I was exhausted. There was a lot of reading and podcast listening to, and generally wanting no one to be around me this weekend just gone. But I'm okay. I'm doing good today. It's Monday and I went to yoga this morning and I felt amazing after that class. My energy's a little bit lower this afternoon, but that's okay. I don't know why. Maybe I'm fighting a bug. Maybe it's just the way things are. It doesn't always have to be some great big deep and meaningful reason for why I don't feel great. Just what it is, how it happens. So what's on your agenda for this week, and how do we set agendas, and how do we keep priorities front of mind, and how do we stop ourselves from being sidetracked by all the things that become urgent and important and urgent and important? So last week I publicly stated that I was going to practice saying no. And I did that several times last week, and I actually did it on the weekend as well. I was very proud of myself as well. I've already said no to an event this week. Actually, I've said no to two. Ooh, already 2 events this week I've said no to. I know I've got a really, really busy delivery travel workload until the end of this year. And if I'm going to do all the things that need to be completed, then being out at night is not going to be a good thing for me. So anything that's not essential at night is getting a no. So that's going to be awesome for the Christmas parties I'm hoping I get invited to in December. We shall see. I may have just shot myself in the foot there. I have spent time last Friday really focusing on what needs to go into my schedule. And again, I've been frustrated today with how long it takes me to do things. And so that again tells me that I'm actually overcommitted. I have very unrealistic expectations of time in that I expect to be able to do 4 times as much as most anyone else could do in a minute. So I spent a big chunk of time today working on one blog post, and that annoyed me because I wanted to be able to push that out in an hour and write 2 blog posts today. But I didn't. I wrote one, and it's nearly 2,000 words, and it's as a contributor to somebody else's publication, so that's pretty cool. But then I worked out that the content in that blog post is so useful and has such a universal message that I thought of 3 other places I could send that blog post to for positioning and for contribution and to help people understand what we do and who we are and why we do what we do. So that's pretty cool. I also spent a lot of time working on my social media content to make sure that there is content going out every day, that that content is useful and meaningful, and that it's aligned to my content themes for my businesses. So for both my mentoring and coaching, and also what happens through Purple Co, which I'm trying to bring together in synergy so that I don't have to feel so schizophrenic that I've got two discrete things going on there. So taking the time to plan is probably the key to staying focused and on task. I know that's really disappointing that I don't have some cool app or hack or cute way of making you stay on task, like a zap of electricity every time you get off task. I think it comes down to being committed, and we've got a door that's potentially going to slam, being committed to taking the time to do the planning. Committed, so not reacting to everything, not being, reactive and not reacting to the next email or the next blog post or the next LinkedIn request or the next phone call, but actually taking the time to plan and dedicate that specific time that you've put aside to do the thing you said you were going to do. Takes discipline. Warning you, takes some discipline, but also takes some focus. And that's where having people that can hold you accountable to what you say you're going to do, to have them around you. But something I've learned about asking people to help you stay accountable, you really need to be clear about how they communicate accountability to you, because I hate it with a passion when my husband helps me stay accountable, because I always feel like I'm a naughty child. And he's not the only one that I allow to make me feel like that. There are other people in my world that I've gone, you can't be an accountability partner for me, because in holding me accountable, for some reason, the relationship becomes weird and I feel less than. And that's not helping me. Accountability is not supposed to be punishment. Accountability is supposed to make me feel good. It's supposed to make me execute. It's supposed to make me be motivated. And hitting me with a big stick isn't going to help me do that. Helping me see the carrots, that's what's going to help me stay committed and stay focused. So one of the ways I can encourage you all this week is, if you're going to say yes to something, what is it that you're saying no to? So if you're going to say no to something, what is it that you're saying yes to? Because you can't do both. So I know in saying no at the moment, it means I'm saying yes to growing my business, to making sure I get through the end of the year healthy and vital. And it also means that I get to go and spend 8 days in the US with my awesome practice building clients, and I'm really excited to do that. But I can have the energy to have a fabulous time with them, that I can meet all sorts of people from the US that I've grown to love and cherish, and I'm just really excited about that. I don't want to turn up there and be a mess or be sick or not have enough energy to be present. So what are you going to focus on this week, and how can you support yourself in your priorities? Who can you ask to help be a genuine accountability partner for you? Somebody that you actually enjoy helping you stay accountable. Now, I've got a couple of people in my world that help me do that, but it was really, really interesting for me to have that discussion with my husband over the weekend to go, you're not the right person to do this. I just want you to love me. I don't need you to tell me that I'm doing something great, doing something wrong. Tell me I'm doing something great. Always tell me I'm doing something great. That's really cool. So this is Private Practice, wanting to encourage and promote us getting stuff finished and through to completion, because completion is so awesome and we're all going to feel amazing when we complete stuff. I'm looking forward to talking to you this week. Bye.